What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Yin Between podcast. We are on the eve of game day. The Bills, the Texans, playoff implications. First topic. What is the status of CJ Stroud? Anybody hear anything? Anybody got anything they want to say?
Out. He will not be playing today
Unfortunate.
or tomorrow. He will not be playing
Unfortunate.
tomorrow.
Darn.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it was the short week. Uh, per, per concussion protocol states 2 full practices prior to the game to get cleared. He practiced on Tuesday, Wednesday walkthroughs, not a full practice, therefore he's out. If it was a Sunday game, he'd probably be playing. But hey, Money Mills, get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. We're coming up on what, 2.5 weeks now?
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
back though. He should be back next week against.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Get the mini bye.
Nice
Uh,
Indy.
Indy
next week.
Indy?
Let me look real
Indy.
quick. Who do we got next week? It is Indianapolis. In Indianapolis, by the way.
Perfect.
Cool. All right. Well, the CJ Stroud watch continues. Hope we do wish him a very speedy recovery. We can't wait to see him back in action because the Texans are going to need him on this run. He's going to be a vital piece.
And I hope that he has to see Davis Mills win against the Bills because I think that'll put pressure under him because now everyone's going to be like, look, if we lose this first game back, it's because of you because Davis Mills beat a better team and you can't beat, arguably a better team, because you can argue that the Bills are better than the Colts. Now, the Colts have a better record, but the Bills are a better team, I believe.
Yeah, there's always going to be that excuse of, well,
Yeah.
it's his first game back. He's been out 3 weeks. And I think there's a little bit of validity in that. There's some big words tonight I can't pronounce. But yeah, I think that's a real thing.
He's an NFL quarterback. It's his third year in the league. He knows how to play the game.
Look, I'm not saying that's a real thing, and whether it's NFL players, I'm saying it's going to be a narrative. That will be a narrative for some fans. Like,
Yeah,
if they lose, and hopefully
they're already
lose.
on Twitter, man. Talk about, hey, it's time to have that conversation, man. I think Money Mills is better than CJ Stroud. I'm like, bro, yeah, he's 2-0. He beat the Jaguars and the Titans. I mean, winning is winning.
Yeah, because CJ did lose to the Jags. Now, let's be honest.
That phrase, winning cures all.
Hey,
he lost to the Jags at home with the same offense, the same coach.
Well, no, they lost in Jacksonville. He lost in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
He lost in Jacksonville. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But it's the division. Anything can happen. Any given day, any given team.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a big game to come back for. First big topic though. What does this game mean for the Texans? I know last time we were on this podcast, we talked about this 3-game stretch kind of being a litmus test. Are the Texans for real? Are they going to make the playoffs? And if they do, how far can they go? And I think this is game 1 that's going to show us how good this team is, how good this defense is, and can the offense respond? ACJ, I'm going to start with you. What does this game mean for the Texans?
I think it means everything. If you don't win this game, your season is not officially over, but it's pretty much over because you didn't beat a team that you would have to play potentially in the playoffs in order to have any type of meaningful playoff run. And also your record would be not that great and it would be very hard for them to come back because right now we're in the hunt. We're 5-5 with the Chiefs, the Ravens as well. And so if you drop back a game and then now you got to go play the Chiefs, in 2 weeks, it's not looking good for us, So especially because the Colts right now are so far ahead in the division that winning the division is almost, not completely, but almost off the table. So you have to get in as a wild card. And the Jaguars, they already beat us once and they have a better record than us. So it's pretty much theirs to lose. So if we don't win this game, then we're not putting ourselves in a good enough position because then we would already have 6 losses. And over the last 2 years, we had 7 losses at the end of the season, And so to have 1 game away from 7 losses already with so many games left would not put us in a great position. So I think we really need to treat this like it's a do or die, and we need to give it everything we got.
Yeah. Alex, what's your thoughts?
Defense wins championships, and the Texans defense is going to have to step up big time today against the Buffalo Bills, who average 29.2 points a game. Texans average about 22 points a game. So that defense is going to be That's gonna be probably one of the biggest factors of the game. If defense shows up, take care of business, I think we move in a positive direction with the win. I don't think a loss completely sets us back, but I do think that it gets you kind of get into desperation mode. You get into desperation mode, and for the rest of the season, you get CJ back next Sunday, and you're kind of playing with your back to the wall. And it's one of those things where you're gonna have to be winning games. You're gonna be having a hope that guys lose games. So
Pretty
gonna
much
get
gonna have
into
to
that
play
mode.
perfect. Pretty
Yeah.
much
Yep.
gonna have to play perfect, and they have
Yep.
been anything but the defense has been pretty perfect. I can't lie. The
Yep.
offense has not been perfect, and so
Yeah,
I don't
a lot of
want to put
things.
that in our hands.
A lot of things have to go in our favor, and a lot of things have to go out of a lot of guys' favors.
Yeah. The big team to watch is the Jaguars, because right now, regardless of the Chiefs and the Ravens and the Texans, the Jaguars have the 7th seed and they have a game over all the other teams. So yeah, you can't afford to start losing games, and it's tough because this 3-game stretch, I believe, is going to determine whether the Texans make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And the
You
Jaguars
need
beat the Chiefs, which really upsets me because we need to beat the Chiefs because the Jaguars beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I hate the Jags. I can't lie.
Yeah, in division rivals, the Jaguars have been they've been an interesting organization. Some ups, some downs, some successes, some failures.
Much more
Yeah.
downs.
But yeah, they control their fate right now. Unfortunately, they control their fate. The Texans, even if the Texans do win out, they need some things to go their way. This game, I think, this game is important because if you can shut down or limit a quarterback like Josh Allen, it shows that your defense is truly elite.
Oh yeah.
The next 3 games are kind of a murderer's row of quarterbacks: Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Daniel Jones. We'll see. We'll see. He still has a lot to prove.
But
He
to
hasn't
be
quite earned
fair,
the pedigree. Go ahead.
Josh Allen does not have all the weapons that he has.
Oh, that's true. We will get into that. Well, we might as well get into it now. So I got the injury report. We'll start with the Texans: Jamal Hill, Jalen Petrie, and of course CJ Stroud. Those are the big names that are out. For the Bills, you've got McCole Hardman, Curtis Samuel, and Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid has always been a go-to for Josh Allen. You don't have that safety blanket tied in. It gets really interesting in the red zone and anywhere in the field. I don't know if you've seen the stats for the Bills. Josh Allen is 18 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, but you look at their receiving stats, there's no one receiver that really stands out. It's very even.
Oh yeah. No, he passes. He throws to anybody and everybody. Somebody's open, he's gonna get the ball to him.
Don't forget he scored 44 points last week without Dalton Kincaid, so we're not gonna act like he's hindered in any.
Well, I mean, he got Dawson
imagination.
Knox, Khalil Shakir. Keon Coleman was out last week. I'm pretty sure Keon Coleman's coming back this week. So you get Keon Coleman back. You still got Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
Man, he got some weapons.
Yeah, but Khalil Shakir is their leading receiver. But he's leading, so I'll pull up his stats right now. He's got 61 targets, 46 receptions, 454 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Dalton Kincaid is the touchdown leader at 4. You've got him, Keon Coleman at 3, Khalil Shakir at 3, and Dalton Kincaid at 4. And I repeated that, but there's no true number 1. There's no go-to guy. So that, it almost tells me like either they just don't have a good receiving core, or Josh Allen's that good that he just spreads the ball around.
And
so it doesn't
forget,
matter.
He's actually a running
Sunday.
threat, unlike
Right.
most quarterbacks, because last week he threw for 3 touchdowns and he ran in 3 touchdowns. He has crazy legs. I remember
Only player to do it multiple times, by the way.
No, since he is the only one. The last time they did it was like 50. It was like 1951 or something like that. Someone else did it.
Look the stats on it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But
hey, and this is the first time he did it and won.
Man, it could have went either way because that was a high scoring game. That was a sloppy defensive game from both ends, So I feel pretty confident. Do you want to just go ahead and roll over to the next topic?
Yeah, the next one, I guess, the keys to victory.
Yeah, go ahead and read us your 5.
Okay, my 5 keys to victory are force Josh Allen into turnovers. As
Mm-hmm.
great of an athlete, as great of a quarterback as Josh Allen is, he doesn't take care of the ball at times.
Yeah.
He'll give you a couple picks. He'll give you a
Mm-hmm.
fumble. The Texans are the perfect defense to exploit that, and they have to exploit it. If there's any shot at winning this game, there needs to be they need to win the turnover battle, preferably by 2. They need to be +2 in the turnover battle. They get 2 turnovers, more than what they have, they got a shot.
Yeah. And the
Second one,
Bills gave up 3 turnovers over the last 2 games.
taking care of the ball. I'd have to go back and see who they played.
The
Buccaneers
Bucks
last
Oh,
week.
that's
and the
right.
Dolphins. They
That
lost to
Dolphins
the
game was
Dolphins.
weird. Like out of nowhere, you're like, oh, the Dolphins have been,
It's a
buns
division
all
game though,
year.
So
Division games are weird.
yeah.
Um, that's we'll get into the Dolphins and stuff across the league here in just a second. But yeah, 3 turnovers across 2 games. Texans defense has a tall task. So that was the first
Yeah.
point. The second one is win on early downs and create 3rd and long.
Wait, what do you mean that they have a tall task?
This to stop Josh Allen to create turnovers. If he's only
Oh,
the Bills have only turned the ball over 3 times in
no,
2
no.
games.
The Bills have given up 3 turnovers in each of the last 2 games. So they have
Oh,
6
oh,
turnovers in the
okay.
last 2 games.
Oh, well then that's ripe for the
Yeah.
picking. Then it's like
Yeah.
absolutely the defense need to be super opportunistic.
Bro, yeah. The Bucks, what was it? It was like what 30 something to 44. That was it, 36 to 44 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
36 to 44 and 3 turnovers. So if we can just capitalize on those turnovers, I think a big key to us winning is we score on these turnovers. We need like
I was
pick
gonna say
sixes.
that.
We need
Yeah,
fumble sixes because we need to do everything to
out
keep the
of the
offense
turnovers.
from having
Yeah,
to score, because the worst thing that can happen is we get a turnover in the red zone and then kick a field goal. We might as well just go ahead
yeah,
and take it to the house.
yeah. Because speaking of which, the Bills' offense, I believe, is ranked 4th in points. It's ranked like
Yeah.
six. No, it's 4th in yards per game, and it's ranked 6th in points.
Yeah.
They're averaging. Let me double check that
they
because I
score a
got this.
lot. That's the thing.
They do
Bills.
score a lot.
You look at any Bills game, and they're majority of the time putting up 30.
Yep. Except
4th.
against
They're
the
4th in
Dolphins.
scoring.
Except
Yeah,
against the
they're averaging
Dolphins.
29.2 points per game. So
And the
you can't
Bills
settle
haven't
for
won a
field goals.
game where they haven't scored over 20 points. And the Texans are able to keep them under 20, but they won
Yeah,
every game they've scored over 20. So,
yeah.
that's a tall task. But also, the Bills' offense is top 5 in the red zone, and they're top 5 on 3rd down. 2 things the Texans' defense is not good at stopping.
Oh wow, yeah, that's tough. That's big
Yeah,
tough.
they get in those 3rd and longs, and it'll be
Oh,
3rd and
man.
46, and you're like, oh man, we're gonna get this punt.
And
Yeah,
Josh
somehow
Allen's
they
going to
convert.
run. He's going to run for 53 yards on that.
Yeah. So then, kind of shifting my third point, we now shift to offense.
Mm-hmm.
You need to attack the Bills in the middle of the field. I looked at
Mm-hmm.
the coverage grades on PFF. The
Mm-hmm.
only one that stood out, which I have right here, is Bishop. The strong safety
Mm-hmm.
is the only one with a positive coverage grade. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
else, all 3 of their linebackers and their free safety, below average coverage grades.
Mm-hmm.
Attack the middle of the field. Their linebackers are not good in coverage. One of their safeties is susceptible.
Mm-hmm.
Slants, dig routes, shallow crossers, attack the middle of the field. Force feed Nico Collins.
Yeah, I was about to say this is where you get one of those this is where you get one of those, one of those younger guys. Get them
All-time
up the field, get that
performances.
safety pulling
Yep.
on them. Take Nico up the field.
Yep.
Need an all-time performance from Nico this game. And I think that Davis Mills has been really good about getting him the ball. So I think that'll be good. Just if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Spam it to Nico until they make you stop throwing it to him,
Yeah. Which that's funny. Takes me to point number 4. Keep Davis Mills clean. Keep the pocket clean. If I were to be the offensive coordinator, knowing that my offensive line is giving up pressures quick and the pocket's collapsing, quick throws, 2-step drops, the ball needs to be out in 2 seconds. Boom, slants, quick crossers, dump ball passes to the running back, get the ball out quick.
Yeah.
Keep the quarterback upright. Yep, check downs,
And the
all
good
that
thing
good
about
stuff.
this game, there's no Ed Oliver. So
Yeah,
you'll be
yeah,
good.
he's still an injured reserve.
But shout out to Ed, a fellow
Hey,
Houstonian.
H-Town legend, baby.
fellow
Westfield
Houstonian.
High.
But that's
Speedy
good
recovery.
that's good for our offensive line and Davis Mills that he's not playing.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, because you remember last year the Bills didn't have a great game against us at NRG, and they have less than they did last year. So
Well, don't forget they added Joey Bosa.
They did add Joey Bosa, who leads the NFL with forced fumbles before.
I mean, you can never, the Bosas are always in for these big moments. And then my last point is control the pace of the game. Yeah. Don't make it a shootout. The defense has to hold Josh Allen. They have to hold the Bills to probably 25 points.
Yeah.
If the Bills score over 25 points, the Texans are going to keep up. It's just as simple as that. The offense just isn't equipped. It's not functioning optimally to be able to score points quickly. You have to keep it a low, slow, grind it out, run the ball, long offensive possessions. Yeah, I think that's how I got. Yeah. Anybody else got any other keys to the game? Those are my 5.
I got a couple things. I know that the Bills' run defense isn't the best, so feed the ball to Woody Marks. Let Woody Marks, get some good runs, set up the play action.
Absolutely.
Then another thing,
they gave up over 200 yards to the Bucs on the ground last game.
Yeah. Oh, there were talks about implementing a quarterback spy during the game, so just to be able to contain Josh Allen. So maybe that might help as far as Josh Allen taking off, getting those big plays.
Yeah, bro, we need to do something. We really need to do something because that's one of the things I heard is that last game that we played them, they played man coverage about a third of the time. And, man coverage, you got your back to the quarterback, downfield, easy for him to be able to take off if you don't have nobody spying on him. So we need to make sure we keep that contained because I can already see him having a field day, just like, Trevor Lawrence almost got him back in the game. Last time we played the Jags, Cam Ward at the end of the game had a big scramble against us. Baker Mayfield in week 2, which is the reason why we lost on, what was it, fourth and long, got the freaking
like 4th
scramble.
and 13, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
we need
the defensive linemen, they have to keep, they have to be disciplined in their rush lanes. Don't be going too far upfield. Josh Allen is he's way too quick. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But he's way too fast. He'll take those rush lanes, and he does like to scramble. Some quarterbacks, they try to climb the pocket and try to get that pass. Josh Allen's like, is it there? Is it there? No, cool. I'm a big body. Come and get me. Defensive rush lanes. But yeah, I think the Texans do have the linebacking core to put a spy on him. If I had to choose somebody, it would be Azeez. I think Azeez is violent enough to take that man down and strike a little fear in him. Hey, he takes off, put that man on his back one time. Hey, if it's a 15-yarder, psychologically, like if you run, you will be punished for it.
You take that 15 and he doesn't run for the rest of the game. I'll take that 15 all day.
I would take, especially early in the game when the 15 is not going to impact it that much. That's what I would do.
Let it be someone that's not Azeez though, because he's already on suspension watch. We need him over these next 3 games. So we didn't have him when we played the Chiefs, man.
That's fair.
Last year. And so yeah, let's not let Azeez get suspended. We just got then we just pick up a linebacker.
Yeah, Damon Clark
on waivers.
Okay,
yeah, let him be the one. Let him be the one.
Just to go out there, lay a big hit, like, oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. I slipped. It was the pop.
Shout out to my boy Clark.
He said it's my first day here. Hey, shout out to him though. Go Tigers, man.
He said, Josh, who? Was that longest yard reference? He's like, oh man, I knew I shouldn't eat that popcorn before the game. Like,
I think we'll be solid though, because you remember last year, it was a historically bad game for Josh Allen. He was 9 for 30 with 131 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 56 QBR, 56.4, and 54 rush yards. So
and that game still came down to the wire.
It did, because we scored a lot in the first half and then scored almost nothing in the second half. But if we could do that again, I'll take it, because you got to have those ugly games. And for whatever reason, the Bills are not good at playing at NRG Stadium. For whatever reason. But those fun, meaningless stats, they won the last 8 Thursday night games.
Yeah, they don't play good at NRG, but they've also won every single Thursday night game for the last 8, like 8 in a row they've won.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll see which stat breaks first.
Them winning 8 in a row.
We'll see. We will see. Any other keys of the game? Any other thoughts before we kind of move on and look at the rest of the league? A lot of intriguing matchups. Well, you know what? First off,
I do have
score predictions. No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
because people make it seem like the Bills are a much higher step than the Jags, because they were 12th. No, the Bills are 12th in defense, and the Jags are 14th in defense. Yet we beat the Jags, so it's like a comparable defense. The Broncos are third, and obviously Davis Mills struggled heavily against them. So I think it'll be a pretty solid game for Davis Mills. It's going to be right a step above. Well, it's not going to be. It's going to be steps below the hardest game he's played, but it's going to be a step above the Jags. So as long as we don't get down early, we'll be straight.
I'd say one thing though with Davis Mills' struggles versus the Broncos, it was one of those things where he kind of just got thrown in the fire. He's had time to prepare now during the weeks, but it's one of those things, you know, as a backup, you're not really you're not really anticipating playing. Yeah. So when you get tossed in there, it's kind of like, well, time to go. But with preparation, he is looking a lot better.
Yeah.
He is, and I think he'll be solid, man, because people make it seem like it's a big jump. Like the best defense Davis Mills is going to play, he already played them, and that was the Broncos. They're third. So, you know, you're playing a 12th ranked defense. That's still pretty solid, you know, but it's like I said, it's just like they're 2 places above the Jags. So it's not going to be too big of a leap. It's something that Davis Mills can definitely do. And I like the Texans' chances, especially because, like I said, the Bills' offense is missing so many people. So you don't have to respect any of these receivers and double team anybody. You know, you can create as much pressure as you need. I think it's going to be a lot closer game than a lot of people think. Now, Josh Allen, he finds ways to win, but he also finds ways to lose. So I think that's one of my hot takes to Josh Allen, is that sometimes he's very cold, like against the Lions or the Dolphins 2 games ago.
I will say I don't want to say it's Josh Allen. I feel it's more of the Bills' defense.
Why?
Which Davis Mills will. I mean, if you look at the history of like Josh Allen putting these game-winning drives together, like, and you would think that they have everything set, and then the defense allows these big plays, gets people in the field goal range, scores these touchdowns. I think Bills defense is the one. Bills defense is gonna have to be the one to lose it.
I think that's totally possible. Like I said, they gave up 200 yards last game on the ground. I think if we can find creative ways to get Woody Marks involved, you know, not running into freaking interior offensive linemen and going to the outside, because that's where Woody Marks seems to have his most explosive plays, I think we'll be straight. Yep. Nick Chubb, comeback game for Nick Chubb.
Well, I mean, you want the stats for the yards per game for each of the running backs. I mean, please. Woody Marks is averaging 3.5 yards a carry. Oddly enough, Nick Chubb is averaging 4.2.
Yeah,
I think take those for what you want.
How many carries does Chubb have, and how many carries does Marks have?
They're both at 99.
Oh, snap!
So, I think Woody Marks. You could slice the data, 1,000 different ways. Maybe he started off slow and then he's broken off some big ones. His long for the year is only 23, whereas Nick Chubb's is 27. Of recent, what I've seen of Woody Marks, especially last week, granted it was the Titans, but in that gotta have it, drive, he was popping off 10 yards a run for the last, like his 3 runs. It was like boom up the middle, 10 yards, boom up the middle, 8 yards. Yeah. This will be a good test to see if Woody Marks is up, for when the lights shine brightest. All eyes will be on the Texans and the Bills. Is he up for that? Is he going to run it off? Or is the Bills defense going to shut it down? We'll see. Nick Chubb does come back this week, though, right? Or is he been back?
Yeah, he's been back. I just mean like a breakout game, because this is one of his first seasons back after he got hurt. So I'm saying I need one of them all-time games. I think that's going to be the key in order for us to win, really. Like, we need a lot of people to have the best games of their lives at this game.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to play the best game of their lives for the next 3 games. Probably the next, it's an in-division game is the next one, but then that Chiefs game.
Yeah. Well, I think the one positive about the Colts is you have more time to prepare, because coming off a Thursday game, you have, Friday, Saturday,
it's that
Sunday,
mini bye
whole week. Yeah.
And it's a division game too. So there's a lot of personnel you're already familiar with, a lot of people you're already familiar with, it's not going to be as daunting, But I think that's the beautiful thing about this stretch. Even though this is the hardest stretch we have, there's teams that we all played last year. So really about the same time too. We played them all. So it's not like as crazy as playing a team that you only played 4 years ago, and 2 years ago they got the most elite quarterback in the league, and now you're like, what are we supposed to do? These are pretty familiar opponents, but I mean it goes both ways too. They're also more familiar with us, so hopefully the advantage could be with us because our defense is just better than it was last year.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch it tomorrow. I can't wait to see how this defense performs, and the game plan of shutting down Josh Allen. Score predictions. Yeah, score. I'll start with you, Alex. What's your score?
Texans 24-20.
Ooh, I like it. ACJ.
Texans 21-16.
You got the Bills scoring 16 points. Dang.
Yes, I do. We gotta keep them under 20 if we want to win.
All right, I gotta keep the unbiased opinion. I've got the Bills 24-21. I got it close, but I got the Bills by a field goal.
No, let me stop.
Do you guys know that the spread, it's -6 Bills in the Texans? And I was like, yeah, I mean, no CJ Stroud, but usually, you get 2.5, 3 points for a home game. So it's really kind of -9 Bills. Hey, got to keep it close. Got to be opportunistic. All right, let's look across the league. There are several huge matchups that have playoff implications. I'm super excited. I don't think I've seen a string of games that's been this exciting. The first one we got, Steelers-Bears. You got Chicago by 2.5. Who you got?
Steelers.
The Steelers easily.
Bears are 7-3, but this is the beginning of the Bears' decline. They will miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Okay. 100%. Okay.
Come on, you think the Lions or the Packers aren't going to make it? The Lions aren't even leading the division right now.
Yeah, but the Packers and the Bears play twice. I think the Lions and the Bears at least play once.
They also have to the Bears have to play the Packers. They got to play the Vikings. They got some teams coming down the stretch. There, I'm telling you, I think the only game that they win is the Browns. That's it.
Would you put your U.S. currency, your hard-earned U.S. currency, on the Bears beating the Packers twice?
Absolutely not. Best case scenario, they split.
Exactly.
Best case scenario,
exactly.
They split.
So they're already 7-5. Then they got to play the Lions again. 7-6. They got to play the Vikings.
Bears fans are going to come for you.
They got to play. They got to play the Steelers.
Okay.
7-8.
Man, I like the Steelers. I want to like the Steelers. The Steelers are just hit and miss. Aaron Rodgers, great player, Hall of Fame. Yeah. He's old. Like, he's had some great moments.
Look, Mike Tomlin is consistently okay.
I trust Mike Tomlin.
Mike
Tomlin, that man has never had a losing season.
Never had a losing season, but he's also done nothing since 2009.
Hey, but he's never had a losing season.
2009.
This is a show. What have you shown me lately?
That's not true.
That's not true. Lately?
Didn't they go to the AFC Championship like 2017 or something like that? They lost to the Chiefs.
Nah, 17 in the championship. 17.
Sorry,
was the
like those 20. Oh my bad. Patriots. Yeah, like those 20. Like, what is it, 13 to 2017 era before they had Mahomes? You remember, like, OG
the last time
battling Big Ben?
I'll look it up. Let me look it up real quick.
But I mean, also, like, come on, like, dude, who has been their quarterback, man?
That sounds like an organizational problem.
It like is, but I mean, saying Mike Tomlin can make do with whatever he got. That's what I'm saying. You give that man a Patrick Mahomes level quarterback, what do you think he can do? And then this man had AB having a meltdown. Le'Veon Bell, they couldn't get those contract negotiations. Like, bro, this man's whole organization fell apart, and yet he still never had a losing record. You do that to anybody else, bro, they would have been fired, and they would be an offensive coordinator for a high school right now.
So is your argument that he's good or that he's not good?
That he is good. I'm saying, like, he's had tumultuous organizational problems and has still held it together.
I say this. I say the one season he has a losing season, they're going to kick him to the curb.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's one of those. He's holding on. Him being at 500 is keeping his job. Once he goes below that 500, they're gonna kick him to the curb.
But it's time for it. It's sometimes it gets to that point where it's like they just want something new. But he's going.
How much
going
power
to another team?
Yeah. How much power do you think he has in the organization? Is he like a Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan level power? He's been there so long. So my
Bill
question,
Belichick?
Yeah, Bill. But do you think he has that much power in the organization?
Yes, I do. Low key,
I do, because he's been there so long. Like you're not there for like almost 2 decades and not have any say. And then the problem I have with that is at some point, bro, you have to hit on a quarterback. There's only so much excuse. It's what? Kenny Pickett, bust. They had Russell Wilson for a little bit. You got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers on the twilight end of his career. But who was the last time they had a good quarterback?
Didn't they have like Mitch Trubisky?
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
There's no accountability for that.
That's true.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you do. But picking a quarterback is the hardest thing to do in the NFL. So that's not even something crazy.
I've seen coaches get fired for lesser things. I mean,
this is true. But also those coaches have done lesser things with their lesser things. I'm saying he has maximized his lesser things.
Oh, Justin Fields.
He ain't perfect. But to have no great quarterback for 10 plus years and never have a losing record says a lot.
Well, I wouldn't say 10 plus years, because in their last 10 years, they had, from 2015, you had Big Ben, Mike Vick, Mason Rudolph.
Mike Vick was on the
2015, bro.
2015, you had
2015, bro. Stop. You don't think Mike 15 in 2015 is a great quarterback, bro?
Man, look,
bro,
Mike
stop,
Vick,
bro. Stop.
Twilight of his career.
Hey, Landry Jones.
That's Jordan. That's Jordan and the Wizards, right there.
We could stay on this forever. Let's get to another game.
Man.
See. They've got Aaron Rodgers. Okay, Aaron Rodgers has been decent the last few years. We'll see what they do. We'll see if Caleb Williams is first round talent, worthy. Patriots Bengals is a mean nothing game. I think Giants Lions is a mean nothing game.
Patriots Bengals.
Vikings Packers. The Vikings had the Bears and they gave up that long return. That was interesting. I expect the Packers to go in there and smack them around and it'd be a blowout. But I don't know. JJ McCarthy, I don't know what to think of him just yet.
Looking at his last game, I don't really have high hopes for him. He had 150 yards, 2 picks. So I'm just like,
Okay, here's a hot topic. Do you believe in Jordan Love?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jordan Love is very, very, very hot and cold. He will sometimes play one of the greatest games you've seen in the league, and then the next game he will put up a stinker and make some of the worst decisions you've seen a quarterback make. And he gets lucky a lot too. I don't like to bring in luck, but he does get lucky with a lot of those freaking airmail crazy passes to whoever. You saw when the Texans played the Packers last year. If Bobby Slowick wasn't totally inept when it comes to his decision making, we would have beat the Packers.
Yeah,
playing one of the worst games we played that year too.
I mean, why do you say yes, Alex?
I don't know. I just feel like and it's not one of those things to where I don't feel like he's just good enough to get by. I think that personally, what's the word to say?
But he said, do you believe in him? Not is he good enough?
Well, I'm saying, like I believe if I was a Packers fan, I believe that, he is good enough to get them where they need to be. I think if you give them,
what do they need to be?
Well, in the Super Bowl.
So you believe in Jordan Love to beat Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, and
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
I'll let you finish your thought.
Would you put your hard-earned U.S. currency on Jordan Love beating all three of those quarterbacks?
I wouldn't put my currency on anybody. I wouldn't put my I wouldn't put my currency on the last year's Eagles to beat a Pop Warner team. That's just me. I don't put my money on anything.
Okay. Well, let's say I gave you $100 and say, hey, put this on somebody. Would you put that 100 on Jordan Love to beat those three quarterbacks?
Depends, man. Depends on. It depends on a lot of things. It does. It depends, man. It depends.
It depends on how much you want to keep the money or lose it, right?
Nah, man. There's a lot of factors.
All right, what are they?
Because you can't. Because you can't just say like there are certain situations, right, where it's like, oh, I'd put my money on this quarterback, but then it's like, okay, well, does this quarterback have his weapons? Does he have his O-line? Does he have this and that? Like, there's a lot of factors that go into it.
The teams as they are, if everyone's healthy on all these teams, would you put Jordan Love to beat those three quarterbacks?
I would.
Oh, man.
I would.
You do believe in him.
That's saying a lot.
Here's
what
you do believe in him.
Would I put my money on Jordan Love? No. I think he's still inconsistent. I think this is the season that either puts him in the top 10 conversation or it doesn't. And I think specifically in the playoffs, the Packers make the playoffs. What happened last year? He had a meltdown last year, did he not? He had a hot start last year. Like, he was on fire all season, and then the tail end of the season.
I think because remember it was like a 4-way division matchup to see who's going to go to the playoffs that year. Because remember, the Lions were on fire. The Vikings were on fire. The Packers were middle of the ground, because I remember they were almost like a game above 500 like towards the middle of the season, because Jordan Love would do the thing that we're talking about, where he would have a game where he put up 4 touchdowns, and then he would have a game where he threw 2 interceptions and no touchdown. Like, I made up these stats, but like just to show how hot and cold he would get, and that's why the
NFC North
only were a wild card last year.
It came down to it was between the Lions and the Vikings, and it was like the winner of that game was like number 1 in the NFC, and then number 2 was like the 5th seed. It was like a wild card. It was crazy. It's like you win and you become the number 1 team. You lose and you're playing away in the wild card, even though you won 12 games on the season. It was something insane.
Yeah, it was because they were both 14-2 going into that game. That was crazy. But we'll get to those teams in a second. I don't believe in Jordan Love. Do I believe in the Packers? I think their defense is decent. You picked up Micah Parsons. That's an individual who I think will perform in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But as far as Jordan Love beating Matthew Stafford and the Rams, hell no.
Bro, exactly.
Do the wait.
All right. Seahawks Titans. That's a mean nothing game. I mean, it should be, unless it's Sam Darnold just 4 picks.
That'll be a beat down.
Okay, here's another telling game. Colts at the Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
I mean, it's
as a Texans fan, give me
Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs. As a Patrick Mahomes hater, I mean, if there was a way both teams could lose, I'd be down for that. How about we get a tie?
No, a tie would not be good for the Texans. You need a loss. We need an actual loss.
So we're gonna look at this 2 different ways.
I'm going for the Chiefs this week, Dan.
Yeah, in the view of the Texans,
for the Chiefs.
Yeah, you need the Chiefs to win.
But I like the Chiefs.
If the Texans are chasing after the division. Now, here's the problem. Yes, that helps the Texans out trying to win the division, but it doesn't help them out trying to get the wild card. You almost want the Colts to win for the wild card.
You don't, because you want the Chiefs. You want the Colts to lose as many games as possible. The Chiefs, we're already okay with the Chiefs being a good team. They have been a good team for the last how many years? We need the Colts to have an all-time meltdown like Jacksonville when they were 9-2 and they lost the division to the Texans.
Well, let me ask you this question: would you rather play the Colts in the playoffs or the Chiefs in the playoffs?
Colts.
Don't matter.
Colts.
Don't matter.
Colts.
The Chiefs. I'd rather play the Chiefs.
The right answer.
I'd rather play
Why
the
would
Chiefs.
Why would you want to play the Chiefs? Have you not seen the history of the Chiefs?
Because the Colts have seen us twice. That would be the 3rd time they play us, and I don't like the odds. You could get lucky. You could get lucky with losing one in the regular season, winning one in the playoffs. But bro, playing a team 3 times.
But they haven't played each other yet, though.
So we're gonna get lucky and beat the Chiefs.
if you beat the Colts twice and you have you're playing them again, I'd be like, okay, we can have that conversation.
Wait.
But you haven't played them.
Yeah.
Can I
And
can
if
I
you
say
split, go ahead.
Can I say something real quick? On the last show, this man said, "Ain't nobody gonna beat the Chiefs in the playoffs."
Yeah.
Then proceeds to say, "I want to see I'll give me the Chiefs."
Because if we do beat them, we earn it. Because that's the thing. Everyone wants to play the easiest team.
Beat them.
I don't want to play the easiest team. I want to beat the best team. If I can't beat the best team, it doesn't matter.
Give me the easiest team. I just need a playoff win.
Hey man, a win's a win.
A win is a win,
especially
in the playoffs.
It is,
especially in the playoffs.
It's not, bro. Because how many times have we seen this freaking 3 p.m. wild card game on Saturday?
On a Saturday,
and the next game we lose. Those are all wins that we had at 3 p.m. on Sunday or Saturday.
Well, that's because we gotta play. That's because when you go to the next round, we playing the Chiefs
on Sunday in the divisional round. And in order to do that, you have to be able to beat the Chiefs.
How many times have we beat the Chiefs in the playoffs? So
and
what
until
makes
you
you
do,
so what makes you think I want to go against the Chiefs?
Bro, because I don't want to be like the Cowboys where we just beat up on trash bag teams and then get bounced first game that matters. You get a first round bye and then you lose that game because you're not a real good team. I'm not trying to have these fraudulent playoff runs. If we go, I want to earn it. I want to be able to play them for sure.
Hey, a playoff run's a playoff run.
The Cowboys are the Cowboys.
You know who you talk about fraudulent playoff runs is when you're talking about dynasty, like, oh, we won 3 in a row or 2 in a row. That's when you talk about fraudulent playoff runs. Fraudulent. Ugh, big words.
I want to talk some trash right now on the Colts, by the way, because we're talking about this Colts-Chiefs matchup. Here are the teams that the Colts have beat this season. The Dolphins, the Colts. The Dolphins. The Dolphins, the Broncos, the
by
Titans,
one,
the Raiders,
the
Cardinals, the Chargers, the Titans, and the 2 teams they have lost to, the Steelers and the Rams. So there's no indication. Oh, they also beat the Falcons. So there is no reason for me to believe
in overtime.
There is no reason for me to believe that they're going to beat the Chiefs or any team in any area. They still have twice to play the Jaguars. And the Jaguars aren't great, but they're way better than the teams they have already played, And so I don't like those matchups. But also they have to play the Seahawks, the 49ers, and it's twice, which is the best defense in the NFL, and it's Daniel Jones. Let's not forget it's Daniel Jones. So I'm not afraid of the Colts like how everybody else is afraid of the Colts because
Danny Dimes doesn't strike fear into your heart.
Nope. He's about to be New York Jones, not Indiana Jones no more. Like that's the Daniel Jones. That's the Jones I remember. So I don't have any fear. I don't have any fear of playing the Colts. That's why I believe they could lose a division. If anyone's going to win a division, it's more likely to be the Jags than it is the Colts. And I'll take that all day long. But let me play the Jags in the divisional round, bro.
Yeah, that'd be a nice matchup. All right. Next one we got Ravens-Jets. I think we know how that one's going to go.
You said Ravens-Jets?
Yeah, Ravens-Jets. That's in Baltimore.
The Jets are going to – no, I'm kidding. Stop.
Browns-Raiders. Chalk it up to the toilet bowl. Jaguars-Cardinals. Bro, the Cardinals are a mess.
But I hope they can find a way. I hope they can find a way to beat the Jags, though.
Yeah. Division game, Eagles-Cowboys in Dallas.
Give me the Eagles.
Man,
by
stop
40.
What are they like 4-5 right now, bro?
They're 4-5, yes. But remember, the first game of the season was only a 4-point game. It was 24-20. Close game.
Man, I'm a Cowboys hater, bro. I never think they're going to win any week.
Here's why I think it's going to be close. Like I said, I said this last podcast, I'm going to be consistent. The Eagles aren't the Eagles of last year. Their offense is not that good.
Yeah, but they're playing the Cowboys.
Neither is the Cowboys offense
in division
good.
Game.
And their defense sure ain't good because they traded away their best player.
Look, I'm a firm believer of division games, right? But it's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys.
All right. Y'all both
Saquon Barkley going to have 300 yards.
I'm taking the Cowboys in this one. I think CD's going to have himself a game.
Crazy.
I'm taking the Cowboys. It's in division. I'm not saying it's a blowout. I'm not saying it's a blowout. Hey, clip it, man. Clip it. AI, clip this.
Nah, stop it.
Give me the Cowboys.
What? Hold on. What? Russell Westbrook? What? What?
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, then we finish up. We got the Falcons Saints toilet bowl. Ooh. Buccaneers at the Rams.
Rams.
I think it's the
Rams.
Rams too. I think the question is, well,
Y'all might not like this,
Rams.
man.
Go for it.
Give me the Buccaneers.
I'm teetering.
Give me the
What
Buccaneers.
makes you think the Buccaneers are gonna beat the second best defense in the
Give
NFL?
me the Buccaneers, man. Baker
Mayfield's feisty.
He a dog. He gonna find a way to get it done.
Why do you think that Matthew Stafford ain't, bro? Nakua gonna have all-time numbers on this game, bro.
That's because, man, give me Baker Mayfield, man.
Nah, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Give me Baker Mayfield. Devontae Adams, 1 catch for 1 yard.
No,
one
I got
touchdown.
Don't say that, bro. My fantasy's about to tank. Don't say that.
That was in stats last week, man.
You have Stafford, huh? You have Stafford, huh?
I got Stafford. Stafford's
You
the
got
best quarterback.
Stafford
in the
and
league right
Josh
now.
Allen, huh?
I got Stafford, Josh Allen. What, in 1 and 2 or?
You have Josh Allen as well, right? As your backup.
Oh yeah, I've got Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Matthew Stafford. I hogged them all because I didn't want anybody else to get them.
Bro, that's gonna be a tough one to choose. You think? I would say start Stafford, bro. He's playing the worst defense out of the 3.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen are literally playing the number 1 and 2 defense.
Yeah, I probably will start Stafford.
Watch Stafford puts up the least amount of points.
That would be how it
crazy.
goes.
The thing about Josh Allen though is like he may not throw for 300 yards, but he's probably gonna get a rushing touchdown tomorrow.
Well, 100%. I mean, but he also might throw 2 picks too, which will negate that rushing touchdown.
You
can always guarantee him to get a touchdown.
I'm starting Josh Allen tomorrow because the alternative is for me to start Jaden Daniels, and I'm not going to start him.
I'm starting Josh Allen and the Texans defense.
Bro, I literally had both. Bro.
Double points.
Hey,
Who the
2
Lions
times
play?
the
Who the Lions
points.
play? Who do the Lions
The
play?
Lions are playing. They play I just had it right here. Gosh darn it. The Giants.
Ooh, I got the Lions defense. I'm gonna start them instead.
chill. Jameis
who they
Winston.
got, Russ?
Jameis
'Cause
Winston, the
Jackson
dog,
darts out.
man.
Oh,
Chill.
no,
Jameis,
use
famous
Jameson,
Jameis,
dog. That
baby.
man is a turnover
Hey,
machine.
look, but he's still going. Look, that I don't care if he threw 30 picks. He still had 30 touchdowns.
Bro, I need the Lions defense to score me a lot of points. I believe they'll score me more than the Texans defense will.
I think the Lions defense is going to score the most points in fantasy on this week. Book it, clip it.
Jameis Winston, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I love the Texans,
four
bro,
picks.
but I can't score.
300
I can't.
yards, 3 touchdowns.
4 picks.
Hey.
4 picks.
All right, and then we wrap up. We got Niners Panthers, and this one's interesting.
I
because
love
these two
playing in
teams
snow.
What you talking about? Oh, this one's in
Jameis
Santa
Winston.
Clara. Oh,
I'm talking about
Jameis
Jameis
Winston.
Winston.
Oh yeah.
God has blessed me, give me this opportunity.
Wow.
49ers. I think, but I will say Panthers have been looking decent.
They have.
Panthers
funny.
been looking decent.
Funny to
Yeah,
say that.
I think 100%. Now
I've been
the
watching
spreads.
like
Okay.
their last 2-3 games, and I'm like, man, like they're putting up fights. It's close games.
They beat the Packers.
The
Yeah,
Panthers
Bryce
have a better
Young,
record.
like-
They have a better record than the Texans.
Like he's been looking good. He's not looking like a first round pick, like first overall, but he's looking like a decent little quarterback, man. I think he's finally starting to figure things out.
Do you feel like he's going to go the Kyler Murray route, in which he just kind of falls off because Kyler Murray is just too short and can't see the field?
Well, I mean,
That's
you can't
crazy.
really fall off when you're already down. So
Dang.
I think there's opportunity for growth for Bryce Young to get better. And I mean, then once he gets good,
Nah,
he might.
he's
fall
already
off.
done, bro. He's a grown man. He's not gonna get any taller.
No, but I'm not talking about height. I'm talking about just
Nah,
like
I'm
his,
messing with
I was like, yo, just his overall progression as a quarterback. Like he's looking a lot better than year 1, year 2. Like, because when you compare him to CJ Stroud, it's like you're telling me this guy was the number one
The
pick?
one,
Like,
right?
yeah,
I was
it's
like, bro, the Texans got a steal. I was like,
yeah, it's
Thank
like,
you,
man,
Davis
hey,
Mills, for winning that game
Thank
against
you,
the
Lovey
Colts.
Smith. Thank you, Lovey Smith. But nah, man, he's progressing.
But then again, let's remember, bro, he plays for the Panthers. They are one of the worst organizations in the NFL. So you take that man, Bryce Young, funny enough, and you put him on a team like the Cardinals, or send him to the Steelers. They'll be solid.
Ooh, Bryce Huff or Bryce Young, sorry.
Bryce Young and the Steelers will be solid, bro.
Sure. Like, what ifs? No, you're right though. The Panthers are a bottom 3 organization.
Keep him
sorry
in
to
the
Panthers
NFC.
fans, but
so it's the Panthers,
the
Browns, and the Jets.
Yep. I'd even put the Commanders. Like, the Commanders have a dumpster fire of an owner. Their ownership is garbage.
Bro, didn't they just get a new owner like 2 years ago?
Oh, did they really? Oh,
that's why they're good now.
Because that's why they're good. They turned everything around. Yeah,
I mean, I don't care enough about them to watch that much, but I know they were the dumpster. But yeah, the Browns, the Panthers.
Cowboys.
No, the freaking Bengals.
The Bengals are cheap, but they're cheap. But then they don't pay their players. They don't spread the wealth out accordingly. It's like, we're going to pay our quarterback.
Cheap
and 2
is not the
receivers.
right word. It's just to say the Commanders got a new owner, Josh Harris, in 2023. He bought the team.
Okay, my bad.
But the Bengals they have the owner's daughter doing contract negotiations, which is why they have 3 players which account for 33% of their cap.
But that's what I'm saying, though, is that they're cheap. Like, they have the 3 players, but now you're about to lose your star defensive end in free agency.
It's not because they're cheap. It's because they don't have any more money to pay anybody else because they gave 3 players 33% of the cap space, The way that Joe Burrow's deal is structured, he's taking so much money, they cannot pay anybody else. So much money up front, they cannot pay anybody else. They literally do not have the money to pay Hendrickson, which is why they are not paying him.
Was crazy about last offseason, or I think it was the beginning of this offseason. He said, if you don't keep T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, he's like, just trade me. I know there was a few teams that were in the runnings for him, but he's just like, oh, just trade me. Unless you bring like these, I think it was his 2 receivers and his tight end. They're like, bring these 3 players back or I'm gone. And I was like,
go look into the Bengals money situation. That's why they suck. They have no money to pay anybody else. Bro, how many people play? How many starters are there? Or how many people? There's like 55 people. 3 people are
53.
getting 53
man roster.
And
53 man that count against the cap.
3 people are getting paid 1/3 of all of that money. So you have to pay 50 people with the other amount, with all the other money. That is why they do not have money to pay Trey Hendrickson.
Let's see the salary cap. Salary cap is $279.2 million.
It's increasing year over year too, right? Like,
let's see,
based on the
how
TV
much
deals.
Make
279.
Yeah. While he's doing that, here's a controversial take. Given the injury history over the last couple seasons, is Joe Burrow still a top 3 quarterback?
Ah, man.
No, he is not.
He's not.
No. Reliability matters.
As a LSU fan, sucks to say, but he's not.
No one in their right mind would take Joe Burrow right now over Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, well, the first 2 were easy. Even if he was in the top 3, he's the 3rd best.
Lamar Jackson is iffy because he gets hurt just as much as Joe Burrow.
He does not. With that. He does not get hurt just as much as Joe Burrow. When's the last time Lamar Jackson was out for the whole season?
I mean, he was out for what, 4 or 5 weeks this year?
4 or 5 weeks is not the remainder of the season after.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 weeks is enough for a team, like, depending on the chunk of the season and how your team does, that's enough for your team to not make the playoffs.
How many games did he miss last year?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'll look it up.
I have to look it up.
Go look at the Ravens' record over the last 4 years. And Joe Burrow has missed a season. He got season-ending injuries like 3 times in his career so far.
But it's also kind of not his fault. Like, that man's O-line hates him.
Not his fault. Lamar Jackson be running the ball like a running back.
That's his fault.
For half of the game.
You're a quarterback.
And still gets less injured. Still gets less injured than Joe Burrow.
Play your position.
I could get down with, as of right now, my top 3: Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and probably Lamar Jackson.
That
After
man
that,
said, "Play your
the list
position,
is
boy. You sound like a slave owner."
Are you talking about in the AFC or in the NFL?
Get back
talking
on
about the
the
NFL.
get back in the.
I think Matt. You know what?
Don't
Scratch out
say
Lamar
it. Don't
Jackson.
say it.
think.
Don't
Yeah,
say
I
it.
don't
Matthew
think Lamar
Stafford.
Jackson.
Don't put
Matthew
bro. Don't
Stafford
put
at 3.
Stafford over Jackson, bro. Stop it, bro.
Matthew
Stop.
Stafford has better stats. Matthew Stafford has better stats.
But Matthew Stafford has also been in the NFL for how much longer than Lamar Jackson?
Okay,
It doesn't matter though.
What
He's
does
a
that mean?
current
It don't
player.
matter.
Yes, it does. It does
No, it
matter
doesn't.
No,
because
because
you
the
have
list
more
is
time.
fluid.
You have more time to put up better numbers.
No, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that.
It
The list
does.
is fluid. The list is
because
fluid.
you
And
say
so
you
it's
say
based on each season. Each season is different. Each season after the third, numbers 4 through 10 are different based on per season. So as of this season, you might even argue that Matthew Stafford is this. I think Matthew Stafford this season is the best quarterback in the league. I, if you were to break it down, let's say timetables, the last 5 years. Okay, let's just do it in a sample size. The last 5 years, who's your top 3 quarterbacks? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen,
and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I
If you're
think
gonna
it's
how are you gonna put Josh Allen as one of the best quarterbacks, but not Lamar Jackson? When Lamar Jackson has better numbers than Josh Allen.
Hey, hold up,
Lamar Jackson does
hold
not
up.
have better numbers than Josh
Pull
Allen.
him up. Pull him
Within the
up.
last 5 years, bro, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, and I'll tell you why.
I mean, listen.
Matt Stafford won a Super Bowl within the last 5 years.
So so this is where it gets
But
interesting
Josh
because you have
Allen
to
has
kind of
not won a
define
Super
the
Bowl.
I know, but
define the
he's in the
context.
AFC Championship. Like, he's consistently there. He just can't get over the hump, man. The AFC is a hard division to play in, man. A hard conference. It's a hard conference.
You need to define the parameters of what all goes into the top 5 quarterbacks. Are we just going based off stats? Are you factoring hardware? And are you factoring in playoff wins? Because if you're factoring all 3 of those, I think Matthew Stafford is the second best quarterback.
Oh, because if you're factoring all 3 of those, Lamar Jackson, he's out of there.
Yeah. I mean, I think Lamar Jackson's elite. Lamar Jackson's easily top 5. But Lamar Jackson has, besides last season, I think he had 1 playoff win.
Yeah, because Josh Allen, like, the thing about it, Josh, man, if you have to play the Chiefs every year, and the Chiefs team is just I don't like them, but they're good. They're just good. Like, I don't know. It's difficult, man. It is.
It's a good organization.
If I was a Bills fan, man, I'd be severely depressed. Like, it's like last year, the Chiefs made the Super Bowl with only scoring 30 points in one game. They scored over 30 or more points in one game. You know who that one game was?
The Bills.
The Bills. That was it. The Bills.
But then, that's like saying ball don't lie, because then they went to the Super Bowl and got their cheeks clapped.
Beat down. I honestly think that the Bills versus the Eagles would have been a good Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely.
It would have been a great Super Bowl. It wouldn't, because that was an embarrassment. Honestly, it was one of those things where the Chiefs, and like you say, he didn't like to say luck. The Chiefs were the Chiefs won so many games that last year where it was like, I don't know how they keep doing this. It was like legit. You'd get done with it, like you'd see them winning. You're like, bro, I don't understand how you won that.
Chiefs fans felt the same way. I had a neighbor and I had a good buddy of mine who lives in North Carolina, both Chiefs fans, and they're both just like, this is ridiculous. We know the outcome of the game. Like, even Chiefs fans admitted that.
Christmas Day versus the Raiders, you have that controversial call. You have the blocked field goal against the Broncos. You have, it was just so many. It was so many games. There were so many games where it's just like, I don't know how you win that. The Texans versus the Chiefs, Tank Dell goes down. Like, all the momentum is going the Texans' way. Like, there's just all of these games were just crazy momentum shifts and just crazy things happening right at the end that just gave the Chiefs that advantage. And it was just like, there's no way. But hey, like I said, it held true. Super Bowl, man. They look like the team they were all season.
Yeah. All right, what you got? You got stats?
Who, me?
Yeah, were you pulling up stats? No?
Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at stats. It's looking at Lamar Jackson's first 8 seasons versus Matthew Stafford's first 8 seasons? Because Matthew Stafford played 12 years with the Lions,
Detroit Lions. So I'm talking like last 5 years.
5 years with he played 5 years with the Rams.
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's why I'm saying he has more time to.
But I'm not talking about overall stats. No, we're not overall stats. I'm talking about the last, 3 or 4 years. Yeah. Who's been the top 3?
And I'm also comparing Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen.
I think stat-wise, I don't think it's close. I think Josh Allen has him beat.
I know people don't think it's close until you look at the numbers, and you'll see how much better Lamar has played in a lot of interesting ways.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on an hour mark.
Let's see.
We can wait for these stats.
Lamar Jackson has career passing yards 21,501. Josh Allen has 28,890. Passing touchdowns, Lamar Jackson has 181. Josh Allen has 195. Interceptions, Lamar Jackson has 52. Josh Allen has 84. Completion percentage, Lamar Jackson has 66.7. Josh Allen has 63.6. Rushing yards, obviously, Lamar Jackson has 915. I don't even know. Yeah, 915, and Josh Allen has 531. Rushing. Well, I don't know if these are not for the whole year because it says, well, Lamar Jackson has less rushing touchdowns than Josh Allen. He has 12 to 4, I believe, and the games played is 110 to 111. Turnovers 79 Lamar Jackson, 119 Josh Allen. So their stats are very comparable, and it depends on what you grade is more important than the other. You see, they're pretty much very similar players. Neither have made the Super Bowl. So I don't want to hear that. We could talk about the playoffs all day long, but as you see last year, or what was it? Was it last year? Whenever the Bills play, I think it was last year when the Bills played the Ravens. Or no, that was 2 years ago, right? No, it was last year. They played them in the divisional.
It was, yeah, because that was divisional.
If Mark Andrews does not have Butterfingers, then Josh Allen gets eliminated that game.
If was the 5th, we'd all be drunk.
See? Because now you're gonna say that. Now you want to say that I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts about Josh Allen losing every time he gets in a big playoff moment. Because he has lost every single moment to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but it gets
Josh Allen and Josh. What is it? Josh Allen has been to 1 conference championship, right? And so was Lamar Jackson, or 2. He's been at 2-1, 2-1, right?
No,
he's been to 3. I don't think he's been to 3.
He's been to more.
I think he's been to 2, and Lamar has been to 1.
I thought Lamar was in 2. Didn't they play the comp? No, because they played in the title game last year, the AFC title, and in 2023 as well.
Oh yeah, he's on 2 in the title games.
Oh no.
Lamar's been to 1, Josh has been to 2.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And they both lost to Mahomes. So we know Mahomes is the best quarterback. But like I said, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are a flip of the coin. So people acting like Josh Allen is way better than Lamar Jackson is crazy because
he is.
It's the narrative because people think that Lamar Jackson had early struggles and has gotten better into a pure pocket passer, and Josh Allen started off great and has been great, but it's the opposite. Lamar Jackson has hit the ground running since he got in the NFL, and Josh Allen was a nobody until 3 years ago.
I wouldn't say a nobody.
Lamar got he was the unanimous MVP twice, and then was in contention last year. Josh Allen won.
I thought his second MVP was spotty.
You can say that. You can say that, but Lamar or Josh Allen still wasn't going to win the MVP that year. He wasn't even in contention. Lamar Jackson has been MVP since the beginning of his career, and people think that Josh Allen is light years ahead of him, but he's not. They're literally, like I said, a coin flip. Depends on which quarterback you want to see lose to Patrick Mahomes. If you want to see a purple jersey lose to Mahomes, or you want to see a red, white, and blue jersey lose to Mahomes, same QB.
All right, let me ask you this then.
Yeah,
you had to pick either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson to build a team around. Who are you picking?
Like I said, coin flip.
I would pick Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen fits more systems than Lamar Jackson does. Lamar Jackson has to be in a running scheme system. I don't think he can fit in all systems.
I will say this. When you talk about the 3 of these guys, right, and you talk about the Mahomes and you talk about the Josh Allen, I will say this. I personally feel like this. If you make Josh Allen a Kansas City Chief, that man wins like 5 Super Bowls. If you make Patrick Mahomes a Buffalo Bill, I don't think he wins any Super Bowls. That's my personal. I think Josh Allen does more on that team than Patrick Mahomes does on that team.
That is an insane take.
That's just how I feel.
If you put Patrick Mahomes in a Bills uniform, then now the Bills will beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship.
Nope.
Because that's the factor.
Nope.
That's the factor.
Nope. I think Josh Allen as a Chief has more success than Patrick Mahomes as a Bill.
Bro,
people will call me crazy, but that's how I feel.
Josh Allen earns his losses because you'll see, like, whenever they were playing the Chiefs and it was like, what was it, like 3rd and 2, and then he throws a 40-yard pass to Stephon Diggs instead of just getting 2 yards to get the first down. He does things like that all the time, which is why they lose these games.
And then he also marches down the field and scores a touchdown with 13 seconds left in the game.
After he got you down because he threw 2 interceptions.
And they drive down to the field and kick a tying field goal, get the ball in overtime, don't get a chance to ever possess the ball.
Because who went down and scored?
Yeah, but Josh Allen wasn't on the field stopping Patrick Mahomes. That's what people don't realize. Like, and
yes,
I understand you get into the quarterback debates, but like, think about it, bro. Like, really think about it though. When you think, like, I don't know.
But Alex, you see the difference. You see the difference. If you put the Patrick Mahomes on the other side, then Josh Allen is now going to have the chance to come down from being lost because he's going to be down to Patrick Mahomes, and he's not going to make him come back. Because that's the difference between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen is not going to come through and Mahomes will. So if you ask me who I want to be on the team, Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, like I said, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip because neither of them are going to be Patrick Mahomes.
I'm taking Josh Allen.
I'm taking Josh Allen. I think you can build the style of offense you can build around Josh Allen. I think there's more styles you can build versus Lamar Jackson.
That's what people say, but why is Lamar Jackson a better quarterback than Josh Allen?
He's not.
I think the last variable that goes into quarterbacks and success rate is the system that they have, the head coach they have, and the system they play into. Is a small variable. You know, who knows?
I wouldn't say a small variable. Andy Reid makes any of those 3 guys a 3-time Super Bowl.
That's champion. A big what if. That's a big.
I know, but I'm just saying. You're saying I think there's certain guys like
because
Patrick, but it's one of those things.
I think you're letting the narratives get too much to your head. These quarterbacks, there's almost no difference between them. Like I said, Lamar Jackson has played more consistent football than Josh Allen. You don't get brownie points for doing something with nothing. You just get nothing. You have nothing. He has nothing to show for it. Just like Lamar Jackson, they both have nothing to show for it, unless you want to count these MVPs and stuff. Because Josh Allen, like, he does elevate his team, but he also puts them down. So, which one do you want?
Yeah, I got you. I think it's anyone's guess, anyone's pick. I'll take a coin flip. I personally would go Josh Allen. That's just me. That's my bias.
Understandable.
All right, gentlemen. Well, this was a fun podcast. We will be back here, I believe, Friday. We'll do the post game, talk about what happened, and hey, man, I'm rooting for Texans victory. We shall see. The first of a 3-game gauntlet. As always, I'm David. We got my co-host Alex and ACJ. Peace.
Stay dangerous.